traffic. No.
Okay, you guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to take Jamie with me so he can see where this net is. We'll be right back. Yeah.
And the last. Just like. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, stop. And attach it.
So now I'm going to take this end off and unloop the loops and put it on the pole.
And anytime.
Okay. Tighten this. Okay.
Now that you've done all of that, if you're looking at the pole,
Okay.
anytime.
And
Good.
we're on the side. Okay. RCWs are foraging up the ridge. One over there. 15 minutes to check those two nets. Yes. We'll catch them. Yeah, we will. If you feel comfortable with it. Or you can leave it to Jamie.
When you start shooting, let us know.
Jamie,
I'm
we
shooting.
had a bird, a Carolina
She's
wren,
talking, so we can't use it anyway.
last week with keratinitis. So, we have to watch for that. And if we get, if that happens, we're going to have to disinfect everything if we catch somebody like that.
And go. Stop 1 second. That's great. Anytime.
we're done.
Be back there on the.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be. Okay.
And go. I meant the net thing.
The
I'm
whole-
sorry.
the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Apologize.
It's okay. Thank you.
Go.
We'll start from that.
Yeah, that'd be great. And anytime. Once you're finished, walk away. All right. Pretend to adjust away. Stay in one position. There you
Okay.
go. Yeah. Look, you're looking up good. Look down a little bit. Back up. Put your hand up. Yep, perfect. The other hand. Yep. And walk away. Good. Let's see if I can.
Likely to catch a bird around the feeders before we catch a bird, but I don't know that. I'm just educated guess. So right now, if they don't find something down there right now, then it may be a bird around the feeders.
So if there's not a bird there now, rather than just wait and do nothing, it might be good to do a short interview with Susan perhaps here.
Hear that?
If you do, yeah, banding makes you not like it. They're not great for an audience either because they do that. We'll see. We'll see. I think he somehow slid the netting up through his band.
help.
No, Mike's not home. Okay, Susan.
You need some help?
Yes, ma'am. You let him, didn't you?
Yeah, no. Tent mice are really, can be pretty tricky. And they scream and they bite. And he's got it around the band. Yeah, there we go.
It went through the band.
Very nice. Need a bag. There we go.
So Bob, I just want to
Should've
ask,
known that was gonna
I want to ask a couple questions right now.
Yep.
Roll.
Tell us what kind of bird it is, what you just did, what the bird's weight was, and its overall health.
We just banded a tufted titmouse, and it's a very healthy looking bird. I actually was able to read.
If you would tell me.
Band number
Okay.
off of
Let's just start again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just start again. Look at,
We just,
hang on one second. Okay, Todd?
Yeah, so if you would tell me the name of the bird, what you just did, the weight, the health, the general condition of the bird, and the fact that it was banded before.
yes. So I just processed a tufted titmouse, which is one of our local residents, and that bird already had a band on it. So I was able to read that band number, and then I took a series of measurements, the wing length and the weight. The weight was about 16 grams, which is pretty normal for a tufted titmouse. It has fairly fresh plumage because that bird would have molted its feathers this summer and has pretty good looking set of new adult feathers. It is an adult bird, so it's probably, I have to look back at my data, but I'm guessing that bird is at least 3 years old. And it was happy and healthy and went on its way. And we hope to capture it again.
And was it male or female?
Cannot tell the sex of a tufted titmouse unless it's springtime and they're in breeding condition. Looking at the plumage, they're identical, unfortunately.
And tell us, what is this bird's normal home or its range?
Tufted titmice are very local birds. They move around in an area that I would say is no more than a few miles. They live here in the pine forest and they use cavities for nesting and in some cases for roosting as well. So they're one that we expect to see pretty commonly here in the longleaf pine forest. And they are feisty little birds that also come to people's feeders, so many people are very familiar with this little guy.
And somebody who just saw this might think the bird was in distress. Tell us what you do to make sure that the bird is not harmed in any way.
Tufted titmice are very vocal all the time. You'll notice this around your yard. They communicate with one another. They tend to associate with their mate or their family group depending on the time of year, so they are very vocal. And when we're working with tufted titmice, it's not unusual for them to squeak and squawk. They're just feisty little birds. So it's something we actually expect. When we're working with them, they often try to peck on us as well, but that is all completely normal. When we're watching birds for signs of trouble, that's usually in the form of a bird being very calm, and honestly, if they're stressed, they'll actually become somewhat limp, and then their breathing gets labored. That's something we'd never want to see. This bird was quite the opposite: healthy, happy, feisty. So no concerns there.
Thank you.
You gonna do
I
another one?
think Billy might